deep title. After that, looking to replace Frank Hill at the top of that standing board on the lead. Getting set now to start from the 250. Doing a total holster up, only get about Ron Montoya on the outside of the front row. The big flag is in the air. Here they come. Talladega. The caution was third time. It's happening a couple of laps ago where he's running in the top 10 and out of track. Brian Silas has given out a call to him as well. That happened right behind Pablo Montoya as the two cars got together. It looked like Silas lost it coming out of the turn 4, crashed into Doug Reed, took them right off the track and swept them down into the inside retaining wall. Of course, you can watch this replay on the next television screen. You can see the car on the left sideways there. Slam the wall there on the inside. Brian, I got a good look down here on the replay. Thanks to both speed vision. And the number 11 car driven by Brian Silas out of Florida just had no place to go. He got pitched by two other cars. He went down to the inside part of the racetrack. Stopping right here on the front straightaway, car number 16 again, of Justin Algeider. Brings the car to us. Car number 30, CB shows. Car number 42. Also, Tony Ali crashing into one another just off the fourth turn. Here's another replay of the incident. All that carrying on going on. He told me he was going to
What are y'all doing? want you to try these too this weekend.
Please don't do that. Thing will be worth money one day, or is it just something stupid?
Racetrack for his 2 laps to qualify. J.J. Haley just a moment ago qualified inside the top 10 right now. J.J. Haley has climbed out of his race car, and his best start here, Jeff, was 11th in the spring. His only cup start. Well, you're a little bit better than that right now, 7th fastest.
Yeah, it was definitely a good run. The Interstate Battery Chevrolet was on top of it today. You know, this car is the same car both times as the 8 cars go down.
Texas native now Del Jarrett, currently second right now. Tim Johnson, third. Alva Schmidt, and how about Sterling Rollins run? He right now is in the fifth position, 50.527 seconds here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Jamie Missouri. On the line, Kyle Larry, and take the checkered flag here just past the tribal. And our 33rd qualifier of the afternoon for the Mars UAW 4500. They're 28 fastest, 51.258 seconds, 186.820. He's had one victory here at the Talladega Superspeedway. That came in September of 2003. Here he comes now. The final car here in Bud Bowl qualifying takes the green flag. And they'll head back down to turn 1. David Gilliland's lap again, 49.
Talladega Superspeedway as we get set for today's race. 94 laps, making up 250.04 miles in the John Deere 250. The first time ever in Talladega. And for the start, here's MRN Radio's Barney Hall.
Everybody says this could be the most exciting truck race of the entire year.
To get 3 wide, Barney and Bobby Hamilton Jr. does the honors, starts to the bottom of the racetrack, slides under the entire front row, Hamilton to the lead. Back to the trial and the battle run for the race lead. Mark Martin drives down to the inside of the racetrack, and he's got a ton of drafting help. Everybody lines up behind Martin. He goes to the point. Followed by David Starr and David Reagan. Right into the outside lane with some draft. Looks like Terry Cook is going to win that race. Reagan, the youngster, getting shuffled backward bit by bit here in the early laps. That high, wide lane going backwards now. Hornaday gets the boot, changing lanes. Turbo 9 as he slides into the home down low. He's going to let some drafting come now to Brendan Gaughan as they race back to the tri-oval.
Field rolls out of turn number 4, passes pit road. Mark Martin a moment ago report that he might have something on the grill, apparently.
The other end got something on the grill. The truck's running too warm for comfort for Mark Martin, so he comes down his through. He's about 10 pit stalls away. They've got the board out, and they're going to throw that thing on.
Cook's third, time on is 4th, and Derek Cook is pitted.
David.
Working lap number 10, this time by again, Johnny Vincent is your leader. Here he comes through the tribal now to the start-finish line. The first 6 to 7 trucks or so are single file. Back to turn 1.
The blow by Mike Skinner, and now Johnny Vincent all over the back end of the Scotts Ford of Mark Martin.
Johnny Vincent leads him back into the trial. We'll try to get around Mark Martin as they come down to the start-finish line. 17 laps, 18 about to be completed here.
first time around this Talladega Super Speedway. There are a few tricks in the third spot, and now one truck goes up the Scott's Magazine. And the problem here, just coming into the trioval, a big plume of smoke comes out. He was right in the middle of the racetrack. They are indeed at 3 wide for second place. Mike Bliss gets hung out all by himself in the middle lane. David Redeman by on the inside. Todd Bodine on the outside. So now one leads the way off number 2. Front 5 now, single file. Todd Bodine takes Johnny Benson's place at the top of the leaderboard, and he faces a challenge from David Reagan. Further back, they're going to stack it up double wide. He faces a challenge to the outside from Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace is right there. Behind him, several machines begin to line up. Dennis Setzer is right there. Joe Nemechek is right there. These guys throwing an outside cruise. Giving help to Mike Wallace as they work off turn 4.
It is single file among the front 5 or 6 trucks as they hit the trioval, work their way back down to the start-finish line. From about 8th place on back where all the hard racing's going on. Mike Wallace has been able to work his way up to the front field. Back he's turn 2.
And he's in danger of losing some more spots, Marty, as they're moving by him on the inside lane. Closest to the front is the challenge for the number 6 position. Gary Cook feeling the heat from Mike Wallace.
In the outside lane, look out, but here comes Mark Martin. He is third deep in the outside lane. He'll step to the outside. Going to go 3 wide. Let's see if he gets some drafting help off the end of the back straightaway.
He's got that drafting help. It comes in the form of Joe Nemechek, and now the man in the middle is Dennis Setzer, and he's got no help, and he's going backwards. Here comes that outside line, riding off turn number 4, and the man in the middle is Mark Martin.
Great racing going on. This from about the 12th break. Adam Alexander.
Well, I'm not sure.
Racing as they head back to the trioval.
Yesterday, a Formula One driver led for a while in the ARCA race. Today, it's a World Series Champ Car driver that's leading the way in the Truck Series race.
Second career Fender start. A.J. Allmendinger is at the front of the pack, and he's got the point leader knocking on his tailgate. Todd Bodine right there.
Passing on their own, now all of a sudden instead of running 2 wide, they're running 3 wide from the front of the field all the way back to almost back to Martin rides along right with it, followed by Eric Darnell in turn 2.
And then on the outside, David Reagan trying to fight his way past the A.J. Allmendinger machine. The last truck is Gary Cook still in the next.
Started outside the top 25. Last lap by Ron Hornaday Jr. running 7th. I think it's safe to say. These final 30 laps.
Well, the 2 trucks that I'm watching right now are the teammates of Todd Bodine and Ted Musgrave. They're sitting in line right behind leader Mark Martin.
Benson.
Now we're seeing some really wild moves being made back there as the laps wind down to just 15 to go. Everybody trying to get a run, get up to the front of the field, at least inside the top 5. Across the line. What a job he's done here this afternoon. He's back up to 4.
Challenging on the
Caution flag waving for the 5th time today. Debris spotted in the trioval here will bring out the caution flag. Mark Martin will lead them back down the line, and we'll get a chance to get our run to the finish, which will be some 14 laps away.
He moves to the inside of Mark Martin. Todd Bodine has got the lead, and Martin is going backwards. Underneath him now, Ted Musgrave for second, Allmendinger for third, Benson for fourth, Hornaday for fifth, Mark Martin.
Reed, a single truck incident. The back end of that machine all caved in as he comes to a rest down on the apron of turn number 4.
Todd Bodine made his stand. He would have lost. Todd Bodine again taking the lead going off into turn 1. Went out of bounds below the yellow line down the inside of the track. You can't do that here at Talladega Super Speedway, so a pass-through penalty. But again, it could have been a whole lot worse for Todd Bodine. A wild incident here as we get into the final 10 laps of the
In fact, he hit it so hard he actually caved it in underneath the rear tires. He tried to fire it up and drive away. The problem was the tires weren't touching the ground. He dropped the window.
And Mike Hillman Jr., Todd Bodine's crew chief, The 30 camp is contending that Mark Martin forced them down. You see, when you look at the replay right now, and it's in stop motion, but they are really lobbying NASCAR right now that Martin forced them.
Joe explained his situation there is still shown as the leader. Ted Musgrave second. Mark Martin would be third. A.J. Allmendinger fourth. Mike Wallace fifth. David Ray. Ted Musgrave is here they come down the fourth. Musgrave has slid back to fifth. They go to turn two.
The old professor took him to class again. He held back about 3 truck lengths, got the big run, and took the lead. But this one's not over yet. Everybody on the back bumper, pushing Mark Martin.
See the white flag. There'll be one lap to go. Mark Martin hanging on for dear life. Final lap is about to wind down here. Mike Wallace would certainly like to win this thing. He's helped him so far, but will he help in this final lap too?
Everybody singles off. Martin drifts up a little bit off the white line, not enough to let anybody go. Here's to the outside. Gathering the banging quarter pounds. Mark Martin trying to hold off the stampeding herd. Here's Mike Wallace. Mike Skinner's there. Skinner to the outside of Wallace. Wallace to the wall. They crash and collide. David Starr is there. Hard contact for Mike Wallace and Derek Cope as the pack exits turn 4.
Here comes Mark Martin off turn 4. The caution flag is out and the checkered flag as Mark Martin comes down to the line to pick up the victory in the John Deere 250. Martin slows down as he comes from the slide through the triangle. He'll get the victory. Again, let's go back and count again to the turn 3. It was the battle for second place, Joe. Mike Skinner charged to the outside of Mike Wallace. Wallace was like his turning his boots trying to block him. They made contact. Wallace got turned head on into the outside wall. Derek Cope got collected as well. Matter of fact, the Cope truck got airborne as it spun in the air. Both trucks came back. An exciting race all the way down to the checkered flag. Of course, the big accident happening over there in turn number 3. Watching the replay on the next television screen, you can see what's going on. Full line racing happening over there in turn 3. Truck number 15 taking one of the hard hits there, Mike Bliss, as well as Derek Cope. Afternoon, Mike Wallace finished 6th in yesterday's ARCO event. You can see him making some contact over there in turn number 3. One truck going up sideways there.
Today's race winner, Mark Martin.
Mark Martin, if this will mark his 6th career victory, his 5th win here in 2006. Mark Martin only has 13 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series starts. So what an incredible record he already has. Mark Martin.
Oh, it's too dark out here.
Let me get you. Let me get you. Hey.
Hey.
Holding?
Yeah.
What?
We're waiting for Janice. It's on night vision. How do you turn it off? How do you stop recording?
This is like, what's that scary movie in the woods? The Blair Witch. This is the Talladega Witch Project. Ooh, you got cat eyes.
She's coming out of the bathroom. She's coming out of the bathroom.
Oh no. Oh no. It's not on. It's
there, so there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't have been up there.
I wouldn't have been up there. You go ahead. I see you on the ground.
Yeah. I've been the one that didn't catch them. Hell no.
I walked 8 inch walls, 125 foot up in the air. I don't do that.
Why? Hey, the hell out of it. I can't go.
Still up there. Oh, what's that?
Our next jumper from College Station, Texas, with over 600 free fall jumps, is First Sergeant Frank Pacheco. It's times like these you get again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these. From LaPorte, Indiana, Tony Rain. And the number 40, Coors Light Dodge from South Bend, Indiana, David Strimmy. The lead with Mobile One. North Carolina, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Starting 30 seconds in the 07 DirecTV Chevrolet from Emporia. Starting 29 in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kurt Busch. We're leading the first straight lap at the NASCAR, Michael Waltrip. DeWalt Power Tool Ford from Cambridge, Wisconsin, Matt Kenton. Victory Junction Dodge from Randleman, North Carolina, Kyle Petty. 17, Paul Edwards. Bakersfield, California, Kevin Harvick. Tony Stewart. Balltail Dodge from South Bend, Indiana, Ryan Newman. Cup Series race at the Kansas Speedway, Jimmy has won the Wicks Filters Lap Leader Award. Here to send a check for $5,200, Danny and Susan South.
y'all number one. Y'all got this shit up.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your hats as the United States Marine...
Turn it on. We're way late. We're way late. They're still a mile away.
Thanks again to the 151st Army Band.
Oh, man. Y'all behind time. Y'all give us an extra show now doing that. Y'all late.
Please direct your attention to the Nextel Vision screen.
The second straight year here at Talladega. He's not part of the chase, but he'd love to steal the spotlight if for only one afternoon. Race number 4 in the quest for the NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship is moments away.
Start your engine! Your top 5. The car's now beginning to roll off of pit road. Getting ready for the late laps here on the Talladega Super Speedway in preparation for today's UAW Ford 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. It's going to be an exciting afternoon of racing here at this 2.66 mile trial facility. We'll find out. We have another first-time winner here at Talladega Super Speedway, and David Gilliland pulling off today. We'll find out. How about Dale Jarrett? His last win again here in this event last year. He'd love to return to Talladega's victory lane. Take a look now again at your top 10 starters. David Gilliland rolls off with a pole position. Dale Jarrett was off on the outside of Jimmy Johnson outside of number 2. Alongside car number 5, the Kellogg Chevrolet of Kyle Busch. Fifth 4 is car number 14, the Wasteman's Chevrolet of Shirley Paul. Alongside Shirley Paul, Sound Grill Ford, car number 26, Jamie McClure.
Ninth start in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Imagine, Barney, the pressure that's on him right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that he and Dale Jarrett talked about different circumstances once they dropped the green. Dale will try to help him all he can, but for the most part, with Dale being in the outside and David down to the inside, there's not much way they can tug in real quick. It's going to be, he's just got to do the right thing when they drop that green.
It's going to be fun. Here they come into the trial. We're getting ready for the start of the UAW Ford 500, and for the call, MRN Radio's Barney Hall.
Pace car is on pit road. About 160,000 people have been pouring in here all week long, ready to see what they think will be the best race of 2006, and it well could be. About 1,000 feet away from the start finish line, green flag goes in the air.
Everybody side by side, just holding their positions. Front row gets about a half a car length jump on everybody else, but that'll disappear. Here they come in turn number 2. Up through the gearbox, gaining momentum, side by side, all the way to the green.
No one stepping out of line. David will center down to the inside. His teammate Kyle Busch is all over his bumper.
Busch right up underneath the rear spoiler of the new Hot Chevrolet. Pushes Jeff Gordon to the outside of David Gilliland. That'll be the side-by-side battle. Number 2 position.
Dogleg get down to the start-finish line, side by side at the front of the field. Jeff Gordon trying to take the lead away from Dale Jarrett. See if he's going to lead this lap. He gets 3 wide.
Chucking up the inside lane, couldn't pick off the lead, and now the Hendrick Motorsports duo goes to the top. It's Jeff Gordon in the lead. Kyle Busch on the outside.
That inside line move up so he can challenge for the lead. Well, they're falling back a little bit. The outside lane is kicked in well. Jeff
the parachute thrown out behind him. He's gone all the way back to the 5th position. He's going to have to scramble to hold on to that. Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray go 1, 2, 3.
The outside line with Biffle gets the advantage. Biffle moves to 6th. Now they're side by side for 7th. Here comes Black, gets it to the inside of Elliott Sadler.
Then you've got Ryan Newman working to the outside of Scott Riggs. Behind them, Jeff Burton, Joe Neiman shows the tail. That's Gordon and McMurray.
Really wild racing the first 8 laps. That's what they'll complete when they cross the start-finish line here at Talladega.
Your leaders now working off the trial now. Back to the start-finish line. Jeff Gordon. 8 laps are now complete. Today's UAW Ford 500. We've got a battle for the lead. 2 teammates side by side off of turn number 2. Jamie McMurray right there behind them as they work off of turn.
Dale Jarrett, he's in the 2nd spot, and they're stacked up double wide and further back. Matter of fact, here's a challenge for 2nd. McMurray on the move.
Help from Matt Kenseth, but Dale Jarrett rather is strong to the inside lane. He's got a truck full of Carl Edwards. For the moment, it's DJ hanging on to 2nd.
Jeff Gordon doesn't know which lane to take. Bertie's on the bottom. Now he slides it up top, trying to block the advance of Jamie McMurray. They are side by side for 2nd. Here's Jarrett and McMurray. 3 wide behind them. Kenseth comes rocketing out of that back to make it a 3-man fight for 2nd.
It's going to be 3 wide for 2nd. Dale Jarrett down low, but now Matt Kenseth will tuck in line right behind Jamie McMurray. He's getting drafting, helmet back and being pushed by his teammate Greg Biffle.
Hard racing in the early going is going to be that way all day long here at Talladega. And Joe, it's great to see Dale Jarrett back up in the front of the pack and being a factor as far as racing for the win. He is good.
Throughout 2006, but I tell you what, the Yates team has built a couple of strong horses here today. Of course, Dale Jr. style, and of course, the fans like to see it.
There's a new move.
Biffle powers around on the outside lane. He'll become the 4th different leader of the UAW Ford 500. McMurray was leading, but again, his teammate now, Greg Biffle, coming by.
Talladega Super Speedway, Greg Biffle now. Again, the top 5 cars single file. And then from there, all the way back, it's double file racing, even 3 wide now in turn 3. Exciting racing happening right now, off of turn number 2. 3. Kurt Busch and Matt Kenseth side by side. Just behind them, it's Kevin Harvick, J.J. Haley, and company now as they work their way through turns 3 and 4.
Edwards getting back up toward the front, showing 14th. That change as they cross the line. But for that kid,
right now, ordinarily, Barney, his style is not to get out early and show the field what he's got. And that ought to make you worried if you're in the competition because he's been up front all day.
The triumphal with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in second. I bet he won't be there very long. Kyle Busch still wants to be a player. He works the inside line.
The old bump and run. Junior makes high, dives low. There's the move again, and he pulled it off again. Dale Jr. changes lanes with a dramatic drive.
Absolutely unbelievable driving by Dale Earnhardt Jr. And it'll get him the lead. Kurt Busch back to second. But here's Busch again back to the inside. That gets him full in. He'll bring Busch up to drive and go for the lead himself.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now is going to stay right in the middle of the racetrack, kind of block both lanes. Now he drifts high. Right up in front of Matt Kevin, Jamie McMurray, Carl Edwards, and we've seen him make that kamikaze high to low move twice, Marty. A year ago, he would have ended up parked up here.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., your leader now. They work to the tribal, approaching lap number 57. Elliott Sadler just behind him.
Talladega Superspeedway, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in control, but Elliott Sadler wants to take his turn at the front of the pack. He's up to the second spot. Took a shot at Jr. going off the
the pit. It's a very long pit road here at Talladega. Let's go down to Alabama.
lap 63 for the Mullen Chevrolet. That would be Paul Bernard. Right side tires going on. Extra man over the wall. Pulls the tear off the windshield. Going to be tires and fuel only. Right side tires and fuel only for Bernard down to Winston Kelly.
Junior, all the DEI cars, right side tires for E. Pulling out behind him, Martin Crew. That's Junior Dave Blaney on pit road tires and fuel.
Once again, there's a group of cars that cross down the inside of the track to come in and make their stops. Lap number 64. First of those, as he comes in to make his stop, he's covered other cars coming in.
Lap 33, I believe Christmas Adam.
Indeed he was. Second stop of the day. Same service as the last time. Right said his car not turning like he would like. First time he moved a chassis adjustment this afternoon. Right side tire. 71.
So they number one a moment ago when Kyle Busch pulled up there to help Jeff Gordon. Just shows you how effective the draft really can be and push you by 5 or 6
Now, Kyle Busch has fallen back to the pack. He's back around 11th place right now, and they're 3 wide in front of him. Carl Edwards on the bottom. Kurt Busch in the middle.
Battling for second, and he wants more. He wants the lead. Jeff Gordon has the top spot, but Junior gets no credit.
Busch arrives over the back bumper, trying to shove Dale Earnhardt Jr. back up into the top 3. At the front of the pack, they're side by side for the lead. Jeff Gordon down low. Greg Biffle up high. Jr. all the way to the bottom. He's all by himself, and he almost has the lead. But now he starts to free fall. Biffle goes by. Edwards and Gordon go by. Dale Earnhardt Jr. pulling himself from Martin Truex Jr. He's got that left side tires right down on the yellow line. Lets it drift up just a little bit. They're 3 wide for third. Gordon in second with
81 laps on the scoreboard.
Jeff Gordon leads the pack.
188 into both stations. Following groups and organizations. Deltacom, Barber's Dairy.
Then you've got Kurt Busch, Mike Wallace. All of a sudden he was up front. Now he's trying to stay inside the top 10. Jeff Green is right there as well. Here comes Denny Hamlin and a
now he's gone off the lead lap as they come storming by him. Brian Vickers back to the point. Here's the swag from their own back. It's three wide.
Three wide and really shuffling the cars right now. Here's on the bottom. Jeff Gordon in the middle. Jimmy Johnson on the outside. Jeff Gordon getting the push up the infield lane. Dale Jr. is kind of the fly in the ointment right now. The leaders have to work around him. He's got a very fast race car.
They can be passed around now to catch up with the Shelton lead pack. Kenny Hamlin, your leader now on lap 131 as several cars making their pit stops right now.
Now with Kelly, right side for Clint Boyer, left side Brian Newman, fourth tire Doug Evenbeck. Same thing for Brian Vickers, four for Martin Truex Jr. Jimmy Johnson all the way from and Sterling Ballman.
Some guys going with four, others with two. Greg Biffle would be in the four category, as would Kevin Harvick. Jamie McMurray with the four tires, with right side tires only, maybe for Robbie Gordon. Paul Menard was stopping, that was like... There is, man, buying anything new is quite an experience. The buying experience the customer has when purchasing a John Deere. We're back at the Talladega Superspeedway where still on caution. Looks like it's going to be another lap or so before they go back to green space. Just anything down there, though, Daniel Bryan.
There seems to be a little bit of an issue maybe with the 20. There's the NASCAR officials are saying that they may be speeding. They may have sped on pit road, and I think they are discussing it with NASCAR officials right now. But we'll follow up with that story just in a few minutes.
Mr. Kelly. Second caution flag here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Clint Boyer has the field in tow now, and we're back under green flag. Racing continues here at the Talladega Superspeedway.
Boyer trying to make his way around the left machine of Bobby Labonte and getting plenty of help from Matt Kenseth as he does it. Kenseth out bump drafted him, just like shoving him all the way through the corner.
Drafting help to make something happen. Instead, he'll get shuffled out as Dale Cherry.
Although he's got a little bit of drafting help arriving from Brian Vickers and now Clint Boyer. Now it's DJ on the load.
2006 as he works his way up to the front of the field and then race back down to the start and finish line. Martin's all of a sudden got a car that will stay in that lead pack. He can't quite get it.
Casey Mears on the road. Jeff Gordon gets a peach. Kevin Harvick may have got the peach. He spins down to the apron as well. Couple of championship contenders are in trouble. Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon among the car. Loaded a tire through a piece of sheet metal about 50 feet in the air. We saw the Mears car get turned around sideways. And as we look up in the banking right now, it looked like somebody got into him, tore out a radiator. Clint Boyer's car is damaged. Denny Hamlin's comes limping by. Oh, the Greg Biffle machine is all torn to pieces. He comes limping by. I don't know.
Window is his down, taking his helmet off. But the guys working very hard. Jamie McMurray has already brought his machine back in here, drove that to his garage stall. All the focus, though, is back here on Jeff Gordon's car. Heavy left front damages. These guys get ready.
Quite a few to it. We'll have the rundown on that here in a few moments. They're showing 29 cars still on the lead lap right now. Jeff Burton is the race leader. This mid-race update brought to you by AAA. Race car drivers trust their pit crews. Make sure you have a pit crew you can trust. AAA, travel, automotive, insurance, and much more. Your AAA pit crew keeps you on track. Join today. Call 1-866-JOIN-AAA or visit AAA.com. Working our third caution now here at lap 139. Our third caution came out with that multi-wreck over there in Terminal 1. 9 cars is the count that we have as of right now. Number 1. Jeff Burton is your new race leader in the Talladega Superspeedway. Running in second right now is Tony Stewart. Third right now is going to be car number 40 of David Stribby. Running in fourth right now is the number 41 car that is having 4 laps. As the field rolls back across the start and finish line, Paul Menard pulls it across the stripe and the leader. This racetrack is sticky for the cars. He went way to the
outside, then dived right to the bottom of the racetrack and took the lead.
Side by side, they go in the battle for the lead. It's Stewart on the inside, Kane on the outside. Give the point to Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson follows in his tire tracks. Here comes Johnson down.
When they crossed the line last time by, here they come back down. Brian Vickers fourth, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fifth, Jeff Burton is sixth, Matt Kenseth seventh, Mark Truex Jr. is eighth, ninth, Mark Martin is 10th, Harvey top dozen, Tony Stewart's
To the point that will give us 16 lane changes. The record is 68, set back in 1984. Record number of leaders. 23 already today. There's still 25 laps to go at Talladega.
Down to move one of them. So Carl, remember, he went a lap down earlier with a cut tire. He's now back at the point. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads at Super Speedway. Right now, in second spot. Jimmy Johnson runs in third.
Lap 173 back to turn 2.
Looked like J.J. Haley might have gotten gathered up from behind, Barney, as the Interstate Battery Chevrolet went up the banking, got into the safer barrier just as they came into turn number 2. He bounced off the outside wall, collected Tony Stewart in the right rear, sent Stewart for a wild spin. Paul Menard got gathered up as everybody took evasive action. The best drive of the bunch was David Stremme as he zigged and zagged his way through all three of those spinning cars and never hit anybody.
So the caution flag comes out, fifth time today. We thought we could make it on fuel the rest of the way, but now the question is, will they come down pit lane under this caution? Let's check on pit road to find out what strategies are being planned by Sunoco, the official fuel of NASCAR. Winston Kelly.
Well, most of the guys that we had talked to said they thought they could make it all the way on fuel, but they wouldn't have enough to make it on a green, white checker. Having these caution flag laps will help them be able to make it all the way on fuel. Interestingly enough, one of the things Chad Knaus told his driver, Jimmy Johnson, if you can stay out front in that lead pack, keep your back in the back where you're on and off the throttle and using more fuel. So doesn't mean they can't pass each other. We've seen them trying to do that just as the cars were coming up to them. So, green flag on this. They're working back to the turn of the line. Junior with a rear view mirror full of Jimmy Johnson. Brian Vickers machine, Casey Kane, Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, and Matt Kenseth. Everybody single file as they slow.
You would think Jimmy Johnson and Brian Vickers being teammates that they would work together and Jimmy would take a chance at dropping down there, hoping that Brian will go with him.
They are the front runners. That's their top 7. And Kevin Harvick is 8. Jeff Green is 9th. Mark Martin is 10th. Now all of the cars. A party of them. All nose to tail.
Dale Jr. probably not feeling real good right now, but also nobody's put a move on him yet. They come down to 3 laps to go. They come back down the line, still single file all the way back to about the top 20 cars. Run to go to turn 2.
Jimmy Johnson drops back a little bit off the back bumper of the Budweiser Chevrolet. Is he looking to get a run? Here they come. Number 2. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2 car lengths back to Johnson. On the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Not stepping out of line this time. Well, Jimmy Johnson started to peek to the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Then decided to follow a little bit further back. 2 cars finally do. Kyle Busch looks on the line. He's got certainly come from Oakland. Ryan Newman.
It is showtime at Talladega Super Speedway. We're down to 2 laps to go. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to add to his list, or try to add to his list of wins here at Talladega.
Let's follow him back to turn 1. Dale Earnhardt Jr. squarely in the crosshairs. Jimmy Johnson, Brian Vickers, Casey Kane, and Kurt Busch. Nobody blinking. Nobody making a move. Flag. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads Jimmy Johnson and the others on turn 4.
Dale Jr. about a lap and a quarter away from going to victory lane.
Talladega. Now NASCAR is saying Brian Vickers was leading with the caution flag came out in turn 3 over there, and they freeze the field. These days, the way they do the scoring, and so Brian Vickers instead is going to be the race leader. A big shakeup here on the last lap in the running of the UAW Ford 500. On an exciting turn of events today, Junior was leading. The crash occurred on the back straightaway, and Brian Vickers is going to score his first career NASCAR Xfinity Cup Series win. Back to the pit area after a very, very disappointing finish. Right now, unofficially, we're being told that Brian Vickers will be scored as today's winner. We'll find out here in just a moment here. Very exciting afternoon of racing. Down the last lap over there at turns 3. Jimmy Johnson and Dale Earnhardt Jr. get together. You can see the replay on the Nextel Vision screen. And we're watching it one more time. This inside Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car. Looking back at Jimmy Johnson as they work down the backstretch now approaching turn number 3. You can see Johnson and Vickers actually make contact, and that's when Johnson makes contact with Dale Earnhardt Jr. So did Vickers